What's up, design family, and welcome back to another episode of Fittdesign TV. So glad to have you back on the channel. On today's episode, we'll be looking at the top 10 fashion mistakes that most men are making. I want to preface this video by emphasizing that you as a man should be dressing the way that you want to and do what makes you feel comfortable. But I do know that a lot of men are sincerely interested in dressing better and presenting themselves in a more refined way. So if that is you, and you're daunted or you're unaware of how to start, then this video is for you. What's up, design family, and welcome to Fittdesign TV. So glad to have you here. On this channel, we discuss all things sports fashion, graphic design, manufacturing, and technology. We'll discuss key topics, answer pressing questions, and provide actionable steps on starting your own product line. If you're interested in any of the above topics, stick around. You're in for a good one. Number one, we'll start off simple. This one is how most men roll up their sleeves, especially when they're wearing dress shirts or regular shirts. Most men are going to go the regular way where they unbutton the cuff and they unbutton the placket, and they pretty much just roll up or bunch up the fabric, put it over the elbow, and pray to God that it stays there. This not only doesn't work out, it also looks extremely sloppy even when the sleeves are rolled. My recommendation here would be to keep your placket buttoned, unbutton the cuff, and then roll it up 2 or 3 times. If I have a shorter cuff, I'm typically going for 3 times. If I have a longer cuff, I'm going for twice. Also, a pro tip, do this while the shirt is off. It's going to be much easier to actually manifest the folds correctly and then to wear the shirt rather than put it on first and then try to struggle and fumble with rolling up your sleeves. Number 2 is a poorly tucked in dress shirt. This is what creates this muffin top effect. So what happens here is most guys will feel the need to tuck in their shirt if they're going for a formal occasion, and then they start to semi-untuck it. It creates this extra puff around the waist, and this does one of 2 things. Number 1, it destroys the silhouette. If you're wearing something formal and you're wearing something tucked in, you want to have a nice and streamlined silhouette. Also, it makes you look more bulky than you actually do and less well put together. And then also, it can be an indicator of a poorly tailored dress shirt. My recommendation, especially when it comes to dress shirts, get them tailored. Yes, it's going to cost you a little bit more, but you're going to ensure a perfect fit every time. And ultimately, you're going to want to wear that shirt more. You're going to feel more confident in it, and you're just going to get so much more use out of it. Number 3 on our list is wearing sunglasses and hats indoor. Honestly, there is absolutely no need for either of these 2 accessories to be worn indoors. They are purely functional items. Yes, I get it, you look good in your sunglasses or your hat, but if you're indoors, definitely skip the sunglasses. I get it, if you're going in from outside to inside and you just happen to have your hat on, that's fine, but remember to take it off and remember to dress appropriately depending on the context that you are in. Number 4 on our list, and this one is one of my personal I see this as a drawback and a missed opportunity for most men. And I was part of that group where I really did not value the proposition of a watch. I think a watch, or the lack thereof, is such a missed opportunity, and you don't have to get the fanciest watch out there. Just get something that's a classic timepiece, something that's stainless steel, something that you're going to be able to get a lot of wears out of, and I guarantee you it's going to elevate and refine every single outfit you put together. Whether it's something more well put together, like you're attending a wedding or a formal business meeting, or you're going for something a bit more casual like a night out on the town, a nice stainless steel watch is going to go a long way towards refining your overall look and appearance, and is something you can wear all year round regardless of the weather. Number 5 on our list is thinking that all leather shoes are only for dressy occasions, and this could not be further than the truth. Definitely consider incorporating leather shoes into more casual outfits. You're going to have a much better experience when it comes to creating casual outfits that feel a bit more refined and well put together without having to go all the way and go extremely formal. Again, just because a shoe is made out of leather does not mean that you have to put it into this box or into this specific genre of dress wear. Number 6, and this sort of ties into number 5, is Guys who wear sneakers all the time, yes, I get it, they're extremely comfortable and they're very trendy. You can get a lot of wears out of sneakers, but limiting yourself to only sneakers, honestly, for me, is a missed opportunity. Some non-sneaker shoes that I highly recommend you guys check out are going to be something like a nice Chelsea boot. The Chelsea boot can be paired with a skinny pair of denim. This look looks so casual, but at the same time has this sort of trendy and rock and roll look. Or you want to go for a double monk strap shoe with a sockless look. You can wear this with a nice tailored pair of trousers, or a horse bit loafer. I think is a timeless look that can be dressed up or dressed down depending on the scenario. So definitely do not limit yourselves. There are more than just sneakers out there in the men's shoe world. Number 7 is going for the sockless look. And believe me, I get it. I understand the appeal of this sort of look. I personally subscribe to it, but most men are approaching it the wrong way. Instead of actually going sockless, I definitely recommend you use a pair of nice nude, black or white invisible liner socks. These ones are very low profile. They're actually there, but they can't be seen at the ankle of your shoe, even if you're wearing something with a relatively low instep. So definitely consider invisible socks. This is going to do one of two things. Number 1, it's going to protect your feet during the duration of the day against blistering. And 2, it'll also help to maintain the durability and the longevity of your shoes and the insoles of your shoes. Number 8 on our list is not knowing when to or when not to tuck in the hem of your dress shirt. There's a simple rule for this and you should follow it. Always, always, always. If the hemline of your dress shirt is longer than your wrist length of your cuff or your sleeve, then you have an indication that this is a garment that should be tucked in. If it's not, then you shouldn't tuck it in. Typically, shirts that are meant for formal purposes, that are meant to be tucked in, will have this longer hemline, so this is a dead giveaway that you should be tucking in the shirt at all times. There is nothing more disturbing than seeing a man with an untucked dress shirt that looks like a dress. Number 9, and this is one of my personal fashion faux pas that I highly recommend that most men stay away from, is having a spread or a unkept collar, or a flappy collar as some like to call it. Here, you know when you see it, usually the collar is very soft, it's very loose, it's spread out wide, and it just gives a overall very sloppy and sort of out of date look. What my recommendations are, and there are a ton of different recommendations on the market. You have these magnetic pieces you can add, you have these stiffening pieces you can add, but my personal favorite quick recommendation is to add a good piece of double-sided tape on the inside of the collar and stick it to the placket of your shirt. This is just going to create a much more streamlined and well put together look, and I cannot recommend this solution enough. It just creates a very tailored and streamlined look to your outfit. Number 10 is not dressing appropriately for the correct context or the occasion. This goes both ways, whether you're dressing casually at a formal event or you're dressing overly formal at a more casual event. However, I will say this, and this does sort of align with my personal style. I always like to be slightly overdressed rather than underdressed. You never know what life might throw at you. Well guys, that is a wrap on this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it and learned a thing or two in terms of the 10 mistakes that you might have been making yourself. Let me know which one of these 10 tips you guys personally enjoyed or found the most useful. Also, if I missed anything, again, let me know in the comments below. I always enjoy hearing from you guys. Consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't done so already. We put out great content on a week-to-week basis and we'd love for you to be along for the ride. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Fittdesign TV. Until next one, stay awesome.